Okay, here's an example. Two functions, f and g, and we're asked to find f of g of x. After we find that, I'm going to show two ways to find f of g when x is 2. All right, so the first thing we want to understand whenever we're given something like this, we want to understand that this really means f of g of x. That's what it means. That's important. Why is that important? Because it helps us solve it. What is g of x? Well, we go back to g. What is g of x? G of x is x plus 1. So let's plug that in here because that's what g is equal to, f of x plus 1. So I just plugged in x plus 1 for g because they're equal to each other. Yeah? So f of x plus 1. What does this notation mean? This means we go back to f right here, and wherever there's an x, I plug in x plus 1. Here's an x, so right there I plug in x plus 1, and that is squared. Then I subtract 3. Now we simplify this. To square this, remember this is not x squared plus 1 squared. This means x plus 1 times x plus 1 multiplied twice minus 3. Now we FOIL this, we get x squared plus x squared plus x is 2x. 1 times 1 is 1. And then we have minus 3. So this is x squared plus 2x. This adds up to a minus 2. This is f of g of x. Right? So let me just kind of write this down up here. I'm going to erase, well, I don't want to erase that. All right, so make sure if this shows up here on the video. All right, so f of g of x is x squared plus 2x x squared plus 2x minus 2. All right. Now let's evaluate f of g of 2. Well, this means we go to f of g of x, which is right here, and wherever there's an x, I plug in 2. So I get 2 squared plus 2 times 2 minus 2. And then we just evaluate this. 2 squared is 4. Plus 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2, 8 minus 2 is 6. So that's one way to evaluate this. Let me show you another way. Let's say this was the problem. You were given this, and all you were asked to do was evaluate f of g of 2. Well, this is a lot of work to do it this way. If this is the only thing you're asked to do, this is the quickest way to evaluate it. This means, just like this in this case, x is 2, so this means f of g of 2, because x is 2. So this means f of g of 2. Yeah? What is g of 2? Well, this means we go back to g, and wherever there's an x, I plug in 2. We get 2 plus 1 is 3. So g of 2, as I just said, g of 2 is 2 plus 1, which is 3. G of 2 is 3, so let me plug in 3 right there, because that's what it's equal to. This notation means we go back to f. F is right here. And wherever there's an x, I plug in 3. 3 squared minus 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. And that's our answer. It's the same answer we got over here. It's just a little quicker. Right? So this is what you would want to do if all you're asked to do is find f of g of some number.